Okay, we're going to look at multiplying binomials today. So a binomial is something that has two terms. Okay, and they have to be two different terms. They can't be like terms because then it creates something a little bit different. So we're going to look at multiplying binomials. So in this first bracket, I have a binomial. I have 2x plus 3. And in this second bracket, I have x plus 4. And this is different than what we did yesterday because there's no plus or minus between the brackets. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to multiply everything in this bracket with everything in this bracket. And the difference is, again, there is no plus or minus between the brackets. So what I'm going to do is I want to say, well, let's start with the 2x. And I want to take 2x and I want to multiply it by everything in this second bracket. So I'm going to multiply 2x times x and 2x times 4. So 2x times x gives me 2x squared because I add the exponents and I do 2 times 1. Then I'm going to do 2x times 4. So I'm going to get plus 8x. So that takes care of the 2x times everything in this bracket. But I still haven't done anything with the 3. So now I need to take the 3 and I'm going to multiply it with everything in the second bracket. So I'm going to do 3 times x and 3 times 4. So if I do 3 times x, I get 3x. And if I do 3 times 4, I get plus 12. After I do that, I collect like terms. So I'm going to collect 8x and 3x. So I have 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. Let's try a few more. So again, there's no plus or minus between the brackets, so it means I want to multiply everything in this bracket with everything in this bracket. So I'm going to start with the first term, and I'm going to multiply the 3x with everything in the second bracket. So I'm going to do 3x times 5x and 3x times 1. So 3x times 5x is 15x squared. 3 times 5 is 15, and x times x, we add the exponents, we get x squared. Now I want to do 3x times 1, gives me 3x. I'm going to return. Now I need to multiply the 2 by everything in this second bracket. So I'm going to do 2 times 5x and 2 times 1. So when I do 2 times 5x, I get 10x. And when I do 2 times 1, I get 2. And now I can collect the like terms. So I have 15x squared plus 13x plus 2. If we do the next one, same thing. There's no plus or minus between the brackets. So I'm going to multiply everything in this bracket with everything in this bracket. So I'm going to start with 4x, and it's going to multiply by x and by 7. So 4x times x means 4 times 1 is 4. x1 and x1 gives me x squared. 4x times 7 is 28x, which means I've multiplied 4x by everything in the second bracket. Now I need to return and do minus 1. So minus 1 times x and minus 1 times 7. Minus 1 times x is minus 1x. And minus 1 times 7 is minus 7. And now I collect like terms. And end up with 4x squared plus 27x minus 7. Okay, let's try another one. So now I have 5 plus 3x and 2x minus 4. No plus between them, which means everything in this bracket needs to multiply by everything in this bracket. So I'm going to start with the first term. So I'm going to do 5 times 2x and 5 times minus 4. 5 times 2x is 10x. And 5 times minus 4 is minus 20. Now I need to go to the second term, and it needs to multiply by everything in this bracket. So I'm going to do 3x times 2x and 3x times minus 4. So 3x times 2x is 6x, and then we square it. And 3x times minus 4 is minus 12x. So I can add the like terms. And the other thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to organize it. So we normally organize it by the largest exponent to the next largest exponent, and we go downwards from the highest to the lowest, and then we put the constant on the end. So the constant is the term without any variables. So my highest exponent is the x squared, so I'm actually going to start with that one. So I'm going to say, well, there's 6x squared. It didn't have any like terms, so I don't add it with anything. Now I have 10x and minus 12x, so that's the next highest exponent. So those do have like terms, so I'm left with minus 2x. And then my constant is minus 20. Okay, let's look at an application question. So they want the area of the following rectangle. The area of a rectangle is length times width. So the area, my length is 3x plus 7, and I want to multiply that by 2x plus 1. So I'm going to take this 3x and I'm going to multiply it by everything in the second bracket, and I'm going to start with that first term. So 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times 1 is 3x. But because I need to multiply everything in the first bracket by everything in the second bracket, I need to go back and do it with 7. So I'm going to do 7 times 2x and 7 times 1. 7 times 2x is 14x, and 7 times 1 is 7. And now I can add my like terms. So I have 6x squared plus 17x plus 7. I was looking for the area, so we say units squared on the end.